Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do a general message for this full moon. Okay, I think it's full moon in, Capricorn energy reading. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay, Virgos? Now, the full moon in Capricorn card in the Moonology talks about the end of a tough cycle is approaching, okay? So I'll read it out, and then I'll put it back in the deck and see what actual energy Spirit wants you to have for this reading. So it says the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Now, the Capricorn energy we know is like the Devil card. So this could be someone here giving up certain addictions or things like that. It could be, you know, somebody just maybe changing their mindset. This could be somebody coming out of a low vibrational energy. It could represent a lot of things. So it says, how hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that the effort is required. It says work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in a job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious are you and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true. Without being ruthless, with a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you are asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it. So, what do we have though? What is the strongest energy? What does Virgo need to know for this full moon in Capricorn, Spirit? For my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Get one more shuffle. All right, give me a card for now and a card for going forward. What do we have for Virgo? Okay, and going forward. Bottom of the deck, you have a win-win outcome is forecast. And have faith in your dreams. Yeah. There we are. A new start is coming. It's like someone's going to be able to relax, or I don't know, like I said, I don't know what's been going on in everybody's personal lives or just in life in general. But it's like Spirit is saying, hey, you're going to be able to, it's like that weight lifted off your shoulders here. Yeah, I don't know. With that Capricorn energy, I just heard with the devil off your back. So, give me a astrology card for this full moon energy, Spirit. What do we have for Virgo? Okay, healing. Nice. Number 8 could be significant. Chiron. So the first card that came out for you, you have a new romantic cycle begins. So I'm hearing love is in the air everywhere I look around. Okay. You have I'm hearing another song. Okay. It's a Chris Brown song. And what's the name of that song? I'm hearing when he says, and it's hearts all over the world tonight. Oh, I need you, boo. Okay, going forward, you have don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So we've got Libra energy out here. We've got Leo energy out here as well. Someone could have Leo highly aspected in their chart, or maybe Libra energy. But it's almost giving me this feeling of it's time for the scales to be balanced here. Yeah, I'm hearing it's time to do the right thing. But let me grab the meaning for this Chiron. Okay, so it is on page number 46 here, okay, which could be significant, or 64, but it does boil down to a 10. So emphasizing on these energies of new beginnings and the end of a tough cycle and things like that. Now in the book, I'm not going to read the whole thing, okay, but it does describe this person as half man, half horse. And that makes me think of Aquarius energy. Okay, so that makes me think of the Star card, which talks about healing, which talks about hope, faith, rejuvenation, and things like that. Now it says, healing must take place before you are able to deal with your matter. It says Chiron is not a planet, but a comet with a unique orbit that travels through the entire zodiac over approximately 51 years. Someone could be 51, or the number 6 could be significant, which is that energy of the 6 of Swords for me, right? Moving to calmer waters. You have the 6 of Wands, which, you know, brings you victory and success. I'm hearing accomplishing something. So it feels like, you know, this is a good thing. But I'm also seeing the 6 of Coins. So there's something here maybe being balanced out as well when it comes to finances. For some of you, I see some sort of finances coming towards you. It's almost like I can see spirit dropping coins in someone's hand. And what's the next one? The 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Maybe this is... Okay, I don't really want to go into that. But there could be something here of maybe somebody healing from something from their childhood. Okay, or even just healing their inner child. But the 6 of Cups also talks about soulmate energy. So I feel like some of you as well may be meeting or coming into people that, you know, are like-minded, that are, like I've explained, you know, over the days, about people that are going to very much support you and things like that. You want people around you that are going to uplift you, right? And help you to succeed on your journey. What you don't want around you is people that are going to pull on your energy and pull you down, you know, energy vampires and things like that. People that are trying to keep you stuck in the past. All right. So anyway, you have Chiron is the Greek word for man horse. In myth, Chiron, the centaur, the wisest of all creatures, was the wounded healer and self-enlightened shaman. It says he was wounded in the flank and was almost crippled, but was rehabilitated from his wounds and sickness to pursue the healing arts through the guidance of Apollo, god of light. So I feel like a lot of you are bouncing back, or spirit is very much supporting you. It's because, you know, it's kind of like this energy where you have a purpose, right? You have a purpose to go out there and heal other people, or what am I trying to say? It's like this energy, right, where you have to go through certain things and come out the other end in order to kind of go forward and help others to get through things. Does that make sense? What is it? I feel like, to me, right, feel free to have an opinion, but I feel like, to me, the best healers are people who have experienced a lot of things in life. And usually, you know, it will be a lot of negative things. But you coming out the other end a lot stronger, a lot wiser, puts you in that position to be a teacher, I guess. But I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, so it says the corresponding tarot card for this in the traditional tarot is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man does talk about somebody taking a temporary pause to see things from a different perspective. And it's almost like that energy of, once you see things from a different perspective, you then have to take some sort of action to the things that you have to release, right? The Hangman can talk about sacrificing things, letting go, releasing, moving on. It says key ideas. It says healing process. It says contemplation. You have medicine, illness, grief, and redemption. All right, Spirit, why does my Virgos need to know this? What is the full moon energy Yeah, because now I'm hearing frozen, right? I'm hearing let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. I think she said something like, here I stand in the, does she say in the light of day? Let the storm rage on, because the cold never bothered me anyway. Yeah, this is like, it feels like someone is going to be doing something that they want to do, that they're being called to do. And they may have allowed other people to hold them back, or they were worried about other people's opinion or what people would have to say. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's stepping into that energy where they're not looking for validation. What is a new romantic cycle begins? You have the 7 of water, which is like the 7 of cups. We have the ego card. Show me more about the 7 of water. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. What is this? The Page of Earth. There's that kind of that energy for a new beginning here, right? Now you have the 7 of water, okay? Now the 7 of water can talk about confusion or illusions, okay? It can talk about options. It can talk about wishful thinking. And like I said, I felt like, especially with this hangman energy coming out, I feel like someone here has been contemplating about something for a while. Or like I said, maybe someone that couldn't move because of some sort of sickness or illness or depression or whatever. It says a complex decision. It says the need to do research. It says stop procrastinating. But I feel like someone has been doing some sort of research. Even though they have ego card coming out here, and you do have pride as well. So it says a false sense of entrapment. It says being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Now that could have something to do with the 7 of Cups energy. Right? Somebody not being able to see clearly. Or somebody being, like it says, overly focused and talking themselves out of something. I don't have enough. I can't achieve this. I can't. Spirit saying, yes, you can. What I do like is these 2 cards coming out together. I could be speaking to a masculine, doesn't have to be. Maybe some of my feminines, maybe you have been in masculine energy, and maybe you have felt like you've had to be. I feel like there's a change coming in here where it's almost like you're going to be able to step more into that feminine energy, right? Like I said, this weight being lifted off your shoulders, and it could have something to do with meeting a partner. Now, it doesn't have to be romantically. If those of you, where you're not interested in a romantic person or a relationship, or for some of you, maybe you're already with your person, this could be just some sort of support from the universe. But you have the Emperor, and then you have the Awakening card. Now, the Emperor card, it says organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. The Awakening card says, which is like the Hangman to me, it says look at things from a different perspective. It says a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Don't overthink something. Page of Earth. It says great news about financial matters. It says wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Now, any area that you go into that is new, you're going to have to learn it. If it's a new person, you're going to have to learn each other. Give me one more. Why the ego? Show me more about the ego energy. The 7 of air. Understandable. Yeah, the World card, though, at the bottom of the deck, so that's good. So the 7 of air, right? Maybe someone here, like I said, has been afraid to do something, say something, take an action, make a move. And it could be because maybe someone here has been betrayed in the past. The 7 of air in traditional tarot can talk about a liar, a cheater, a thief. People being around you where they're wearing these masks, right? Smiling in your face, breaking bread with you. But when you're not there, talking behind your back, gossiping, making plans to steal and things like that. That would definitely make somebody put up their shields. 7 of air. In this deck, it says plans that need revision. It says more going on than meets the eye. It says poor timing. Show me more about the 7 of air. Let's see. Show me more about the 7 of air. King of earth. Your energy. Again, heavy masculine energy coming out here. But the king of earth in this deck, it talks about, and I feel like this is an energy of moving forward. 3 of air. Knight of air. Okay, so okay. So anyway, the king of earth in this deck, it talks about a successful time. It says confidently accepting opportunities that you're offered. It says the Midas touch. This is really making me feel like Spirit is assuring someone, hey, listen, there is good news going forward. But we need you to take the action. We need you to believe in us. We need you to have faith. What is don't let your pride get in the way? What does my Virgos need to know? Landing on the king of earth. It's the 9 of air. Okay. Show me more. There's that star. They're playing that song. Star of wonder, star of bright, star of something, something, something. Follow the yonder star. Okay. 9 of air is anxiety, stress, and it's worry. Okay. It's sleepless nights. It can even go as far as nightmares, depression. Somebody just not in a good space. It says expecting the worst. It says self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. You're creating your own reality. You're manifesting this, I went to say disappointment in your life. But the star is here. Number 17 or 71, it boils down to an 8, and that talks about going forward. It says happy times. It says make positive, optimistic plans. It says you're on the right path. But why is it next to the 9 of air? Unless somebody's worried about you being this star energy, you healing, you being in the public eye for some of you, because I did see the 8 of Pentacles before. For some of you, it's about you finding emotional fulfillment. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, 10 of Water. For some of you, there may be something here to do with family that may be side-eyeing you or whatever they're doing here. Yeah, 5 of air, jealousy, envy. Again, going back to this malicious gossip with the 5 of air. This is an energy of manipulation, bullying. 5 of air, I'll do anything, say anything to get the outcome that I want. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But show me more. Oh, there's a water sign that may be worried. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy coming out here. The Queen of Water. 9 of Fire. Something's been a fight. Something's been difficult. Something's been a struggle. But the 9 of Fire is about not giving up. It's like fighting for your dreams. Fighting for your visions. Fighting for your happiness. Fighting for your peace of mind. Queen of Water. It says relationships develop to a new level. It says trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. All right, show me more. The 4 of Fire. This is contentment. This is an energy of peace and abundance. Something could have something to do with relocating. If some of you have been thinking about that. Going back to what the card said. The very first card, right? The end of a tough, what did it say? Situation approaches or something like that. The end of a tough time approaches. And it was saying something like, if you're thinking of leaving something, this would be the time to do it. But this says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life. It says the successful completion of a project. This could be some sort of a union as well. I'm seeing these two white butterflies that are flying outside. And it's sitting underneath the star. Something's going to be very healing for someone. It's going to make someone very happy here. Yeah. 3 of Wands. But why the 3 of Wands with the 4 of Swords? And you've got the Ace of Cups here. That 4 of Swords does talk about, to me, it can talk about suffering in silence. Sometimes the 4 of Swords talks about laying something to rest. But it can also talk about maybe someone who is not. The vision they're kind of giving me is like somebody in bed or in their home, curtains closed, drawer. You know, it's like someone in just like darkness. It's time to see the bigger picture. Again, this 3 of Wands talking about abundance. Things looking very good. It talks about making long-term plans. Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles right behind it with the Ace of Fire. And there's the Empress. We already have the Emperor out here. Give me 2 more cards for here. What does Virgo need to know about the full moon? Coming out sideways and the Dreamer I'm seeing as well. Okay, so you see the blockage here for someone is what they've been through, right? Life experiences. Number 16 could be significant, or 61, but it boils down to a 7. That's 7 of Wands energy. It's giving that, all my life I had to fight. Okay, well now it's time for you to receive. And the rewards come because you did not give up. So that is reminding me of the card, hold your vision. And no, I'm not talking about hold your vision from the past. Let go of those. What new visions do you want to create for yourself? It says a significant life event. It says a powerful revelation that leads to change. It says time to spread your wings. So this almost makes me feel like somebody going through almost like the 10 of Swords energy or the Tower. I'm hearing it was difficult. It is hard. But what was the purpose behind it? It's almost like I can hear Spirit saying the harder the fall, the greater the rise. You have the Dreamer coming out of it. It's a number 0, that reset. There's another chance here. But what do your dreams look like? Doesn't this almost look like the same man in this card? Even the pose is almost the same. But what is the difference? Let's play spot the difference for a second. He doesn't have a mask on here. In this one, he's holding desperately onto, it looks like some sort of pouch of money, and you see the coins are falling out. In this one, he doesn't have that pouch of money. But he does have a dog here with him, which is making me think of almost like the Fool card, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Fool card is a number 0 in the traditional tarots. Taking a leap, taking a risk. The Fool card talks about going in a new direction. The dog is making me think of loyalty, friendship, faithfulness. And I'm watching the little angel here that is peeping in the corner. You got a unicorn here as well. I think this is a stork down here. So it's just making me think of like that energy of, like I said, you know, the storks talk about new beginnings, change. And this stork looks like it's flying. It says a leap of faith. It says follow your dreams. It says unexpected opportunities. But I feel like to receive something unexpected, you have to have faith. Parted it on the 10 of Cups. Yeah, a contented and rewarded family life. It says your emotions and material needs are met. It says trustworthy relationships. But then back to the 7 of Fire. It's not going to fall in your lap. All right. Is there anything that my Virgos need to release? Oh boy, let's see what comes out of this deck. Anything that they need to release. Something could have something to do with alcohol. Can I just get one card? Thank you. Oh, I don't know. Someone's been messing around with some sort of magic here with this cauldron. I don't even know what she's throwing in it, but yeah, bottom of the deck you have accept your karma. It says suck it up, princess. This is making me feel like, you look at this woman, she's trying to stuff her foot into a shoe that clearly doesn't fit her. Accept your karma. I'm hearing just accept that something isn't meant to be, whatever that means to you. You have clusterfuck of fairies as well here. It says time to calm the chaos. So again, there may be something about walking away from certain friend groups or doing certain things. Yeah, and right behind, exactly, look, she's walking away from this group, right? I don't know if something has something to do with sex or lustful energy or intimacy here, right? Those fairies hardly look like they got any clothes on. I don't know, something's about orgies and, listen, whatever rocks your boat. But right behind that, you have find your soul tribe. And you see right behind that, you have a man standing here and it's like, he don't know if he should go on the dark side or if he should go on the sunny side. You see that walking stick thing around his neck? Spirit's like, you better get over on the sunny side. Yeah, right behind it. Time to heal yourself. Raise your vibrations. Don't let the darkness hold you back. It's time to center yourself. Become grounded. Find balance. You have find your inner peace. And with that ego and pride energy that is on the table, you have let yourself be vulnerable. Excuse my stomach. It just, You have time for an energy clearing and strengthen your boundaries. So let's see what this says. The card that is coming out for you is a number 3. And we do have a card. What number was this? Okay, that was a number 4. I think it's the Empress that I saw. That was a number 3. But the card that boils down to a number 3 is the Awakening card. So let's get the meaning. Now it says bitchy witchy. And it says connect to Mother Earth. Let me just grab the meaning. Okay, so it is on page 14, which could be significant, or 41, but it does boil down to a 5, okay? And the 5s talk about change. Now it says connect to Mother Earth. It says connect to the earth more. It says because your inner bitchy feminine side needs a breather. Take your bitchy witchy out to the local park or garden and let her be one with nature. Calm her the fuck down. Otherwise, she is going to curse you and use her witchy ways to bind you to crappy shit you do not need right now. Okay. It says eat herbs and organic foods to learn how to cultivate a garden. It says if you don't already have one, become earth conscious. It says one step at a time is all it needs. Do more recycling, reuse more containers, and become earth aware in your everyday exercise or your everyday existence. Maybe somebody needs to do exercise. It says, just get your earth witchy on and leave your bitchy feminine side behind. So I don't know, with all this masculine energy coming out, I don't know if it's a masculine that is being bitchy. Or maybe a masculine has, somebody around them. But it says, question to ask yourself. What can I do right now to ground myself? Who is irritating my bitchy witchy? It says, what type of nature loving practices do I enjoy that I can bring in as a daily ritual? Affirmation. I choose to work with nature in all ways so that I can be 100% in my own energy at all times. I am connected and grounded to our blessed Mother Earth with grace, ease, compassion, love, and light in all ways. So let us end this reading. Give me a card. Oh, actually, I want to use one of these. Let's see what comes out of here for you, Virgo. Whatever. Give me one of these for my Virgos. What's the advice for them over this full moon? Hearing something about withdrawal symptoms. I see somebody going into labor this weekend as well. But your contractions may start from today. Give me a card for my Virgos. Give me a clear message, Spirit. You have go with the flow. Yeah. And then you have change and progress. I do see somebody wanting to go towards somebody though. Because this man in this card, he has his cat, right? And he looks like he's coming out of some sort of, rough waters, and he's kind of going into this kind of like smoother waters here. You see all these kind of stars, right? And again, the emphasis on the star energy, about that energy of healing. But he looks like he's going towards or wants to go towards someone who may already be kind of in that energy where it's kind of, they're already balanced, right? See how her cat looks calm and she has already the stars on her boat. And then his cat looks real scared, but he looks excited to be, going in this new direction here. You got cleanse, body and spirit at the bottom of the deck with listen to wisdom. Yeah, and there's ground and center. Once somebody grounds and centers themselves, they're going to get back their strength here. Someone needs to be saying positive affirmations to themselves as well. All right, what do we have? Go with the flow. These look like both maybe water elements. And change in progress. Yeah, both water elements here, okay? So again, maybe something to do with someone's emotions, feelings, things like that. So go with the flow is on page 89. Also see a number 7 here. So that boils down to a 17, which would boil down to an 8. Moving forward. Okay. All right, let's find it. 89. So it says, most of us spend a lot of time fighting the challenges and obstacles life puts in our way, or pushing back against aspects of our reality we don't like. That's not a bad thing. It says in and of itself, and many times it is necessary. The trick is knowing when to fight. It says when that resistance is only going to frustrate us and sap our energy. It says when to go with the flow instead. Sometimes you just have to give in and give to God. In short, acknowledge that there is nothing you can do. Make your peace with the situation the best you can, and have faith that the gods will make everything work out in the end. It says action. Do something that is easy and fun. Put your problems and concerns aside for the moment and just live, even if it is only for a few hours. Have a relaxed meal with a friend or friends. Take a dog for a walk. We saw that dog, right, in the dreamer. It says float in a pool or the ocean or tub. Take a little space of time to allow yourself just to be. So the divination, it says if there is something in your life that you're using a lot of time, it says energy and spirit to fight. This card may be a sign that it is time to stop, at least for a while. Is there a different way of approaching the issue? Maybe one that involves compromise or less effort? Can you back away and just leave it and let it be for a while? Sometimes going with the flow for a day or two helps you find your way to letting go for good. So it does have magic. So I will read out the spell. I know some of you like to read out the rituals and things, okay? Spell work is not bad, but it is about the intentions that you put behind it, okay? So it says magic. Using a source of moving water. It says, for example, a stream, a river, rain, or even the water coming from your faucet. It says, or some that you pour from a pitcher, which is like a jug, right? It says, picture a goal in your mind and then infuse it into the water. Feel your intentions moving out into the world as the water flows. Then let and allow the intentions to blossom and fruition if they're going to. So let us move on to change and progress. Change and progress is on page 82. Interesting. And I see a number 4 next to it as well. 82 boils down to a 10. So again, the ending of situations. So it says change and progress. Water is all about movement and change. It wears away huge rocks over time to create canyons and carve out the countryside where it runs. Even the calmest lake is always moving. The ocean waves are in consistent flux, ebbing and flowing with the tides. We can tap into the power of water to help us with our own movement, using its energy to help us make positive changes in our life and move forward towards whatever is next on our paths. The action. It says change can be frightening, but there is no progress without change. Think about the Nile River in Egypt. Every year it flooded, which seems destructive, but those very floods were what nourished the soil, making the lands of the Nile Valley among the most fertile in the world. That made me want to say something. Okay, moving on. And allowing them to build an amazing civilization. It says, use the flood times in your own life, the times of trouble that seems out of control, to push you in the direction of positive change. But also remember, the water can be directed. It says, and make sure that your energy is taking you where you want to go. So again, going back to that energy of like the life experience, right? Where it said a significant life event. So something big here happening. And it, like I said, it makes me feel like it was something bad. Now, I don't know if this is coming up for someone, right? Or this has already happened. But this life experience, this whatever this change, this event is, right, that has made some big change in someone's life, as Spirit is saying, because something wasn't serving you. You have another mission. You have another direction to go, and you have another path to walk. But someone here is still holding on to that hurt, that disappointment, that sadness, that grief, that loss. Oh, wow. Okay. When I get over there, I didn't even see that. But as soon as I was saying that, I saw the word tower. And I was like, okay. So, but let's finish the action. It says, change can be frightening. It says, but there is no progress without change. Oh, did I read this already? Yes, I did. So divination. It says, not unlike the tower card in the tarot. It says this card can be indicated that your life is in a time of change and flux, not necessarily in ways that are all pleasant. It says, when you are living through them, it says, but remember when things fall apart, it gives you the opportunity to rebuild them in ways that are more productive and positive. Or maybe you are finally achieving those things you have worked towards for a long time and making serious progress towards your goals, in which case, hurry, it says, and keep going. So I kind of said that. So the magic, it says there is a simple way to do magical work for change and progress, and all you need are 2 glasses of water. It says you can put them on an altar or anywhere they won't be disturbed. Start with all the water in the glass on the left and the one on the right empty. Each day for a week, it says, or you can do it for longer. It says you can even do this a little bit at a time following the changes of the moon. Oh, okay. So it says the dark moon ending up on the night. What? It says following the changes of the moon, starting with the dark moon and ending up on the night of the night. What is going on? Oh, okay. The night of the full moon. It says pour a little bit of the water from the glass on the left into the one on the right. Say, I am moving in the direction of positive change and progress. Really feel the energy of change being boosted by the power of the element of water. When all the water is in the glass on the right, take the energy and do something to create positive change in your life. Well, I hope I didn't butcher that for you. But so, that is it, Virgos. I think, no, it's not. It's not. Wait. Let's get one from Isis and then we are out, okay? Give me one card from Isis for my Virgos for this full moon energy so I can go. You have proper burial for freedom. Well, that's very fitting. Right? We're burying whatever negativity this is. We're burying whatever's holding you back. And look at the bottom of the deck. Scales of balance. And isn't that what we started out with? The scales. All right, proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. Let me get the meaning. Okay, so it says, in order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. It says, though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life, so that you may be free. Incarnation, it says, this prayer can be said as an incarnation at any time you feel you need healing. Wow. You got healing card out here with Chiron. I feel like this is a very specific message for someone. It says especially clearing of negative attachments, spirits, elements of the past, or just when you feel you need more of your own light in your being. It says, Osiris, master of love and peace, bring my soul the light of relief. Through unconditional love and a heart that is true, I release that which should be returned to you. I surrender all not of unconditional love to your peaceful heart, pure as the dove. I am free from that which no longer lives. New life and healing you now give. To that which is true, to that which is due, burial proper and right, we are all free now to grow with the light. I am free to move on now thanks to you, with unconditional love and compassion too. So someone here, Spirit is urging you to let go and move forward so they can bless you. And it may come in the form of love. And that may be the last thing that somebody wants to hear right now. But Virgos, that is what I've picked up. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, Virgos, stay safe. Love and light, guys.